What's going on, Flight Sim Crew? It's your pilot in command, Ryan, coming at you just with a quick update of Tropical Storm Ian. I believe it's been downgraded to a tropical storm now. As you can see there, it's still a pretty large storm affecting now the better half of the southern eastern seaboard. It has crossed over Florida, and it is projected to still have some pretty significant wind speeds, and you're looking at, if you live anywhere in the Carolinas, Thursday 8 p.m. to Friday when those winds are going to be picking up. And as you can see, the rainfall is going to be pretty moderate. I mean, most of the rain is going to be over the ocean. Not a huge deal. However, there will be some flash flood concerns in the Charlotte area and kind of throughout the middle of the state for North and South Carolina. And we have some storm surge expected there. So with that being said, I wanted to, as always, this is a Flight Sim channel, so I was going to take a quick flight out of ILM, that's Wilmington International Airport, and just take a look and see what the storm looks like in game, in the real-time weather. So buckle up here in just a moment and we will get down to flying. I'm going to take a look real quick first at Wilmington's current weather station. So we can see here. Alright, so visibility is 10 statute miles. Light rain, and wind is only 16 knots, so that's not bad at all. Very, very doable for any aircraft. And for this one, I'm going to be flying the F-22 Raptor because why not? I figured in the last video I flew the F-18. I figured why not go for the F-22 Raptor in this one with the beautiful Pratt Whitley engines. My goal is to take off, do a little bit of low flying underneath the clouds, and then bolt up over the clouds and get above the storm and take a quick look. So here we are at ILM, and we will be taking off here momentarily. For the sake of your viewership, I've done a little bit of time acceleration, so you will notice things are going to move a lot faster than they typically do, and that's just because I didn't want to bore you guys to death watching everything in real time. So here we can see we're flying underneath the clouds, and you can see Wilmington here starting to get some rain in the area. This is real time as of about 5 p.m. on the 29th, and give me just a moment here as I get settled with my... Alright, so yeah, really, truly, I think the worst of the storm is going to be behind us, and I hope that everyone down in Florida was able to weather the storm okay. I know certain areas were definitely impacted pretty heavily. There's a lot of people without power, and my thoughts go out to them. I hope that that they had enough supplies and they were well prepared. And I know that teams are going to be working around the clock to try to restore services as quickly as possible. So, best of rebuilding to the good folks down there in Florida. A little mid-air refueling here, because now I'm going to climb up over these clouds and see what it looks like from above. So as you can see, there's already cloud cover at about 2,000 feet. That's kind of the lowest that the storm clouds are right now. And let me just check and see where the clouds... Alright, so they're going to be scattered at 3,000, and then at 5,000 we would be able to get over the storm. So with that in mind, let's just go ahead and hit these afterburners and climb like a bat out of Hades. Gotta love those Pratt Whitley engines. They are amazing. And don't mind my weird maneuvers. I was trying to just stay over land. I noticed that I was flying out over the ocean, and I wanted to keep my visual reference for eastern seaboard underneath me so that I can use that GPS throughout the flight. Alright, so now you can see we're above it. Boom. And there is what is left of Eon as rendered by Microsoft's real-time weather. I have to say, I'm quite impressed with Microsoft's real-time weather. In the last video, you all probably noticed there was a portion towards the end of the video where suddenly I started losing altitude, and I later heard a report that the actual aircraft that they sent into the storm, when it got close to the eye, suffered a drop of about 1,000 feet as well. So I can't necessarily say that those were one-to-one related, but definitely in game I suddenly started losing altitude, and in real life the aircraft suffered that as well. They decided actually to go ahead and turn around at that point, and I don't blame them, because for a scenario like this you really don't want to mess around with Mother Nature, especially in storm conditions where all of a sudden you can be losing lift and find yourself in a situation where you're unable to regain lift, and then you have an unanticipated encounter with the ground. Alright, so you can see that's a pretty gnarly, what looks like to be a thunderhead, so we're going to fly around that, not through that. I do have to say the visual effects of the weather in Microsoft Flight Simulator are really amazing. I have not had a chance to demo X-Plane X12. I'd be curious to see if they are on par or if Microsoft is kind of still the reigning champ. My instinct tells me Microsoft still probably has the edge, but I will give props to the developers of X-Plane, because one, competition is going to be great. It's going to make flight sims better for everyone, and props to them for diving into a market which Microsoft really cornered early on. If you're not aware, the first Microsoft Flight Simulator was back in the 80s. It was absolutely atrocious. I don't know if any pilot would have ever used it. It really just amounted to instrument flight only. You could barely figure out where you were and where you were going. Your gauges were about the only thing telling you. But as technology has evolved, so has the flight simulator experience. Alright, so I'm just going to do a little bit of a fast forward here to show you the end, because I wanted to keep this video brief. So here I am landing down near Charleston, South Carolina, and I just wanted to show you guys that. I wanted to keep the video short and quick, because I know some of my videos can go kind of long, and I respect your time. So we have landed at a tiny little airport that I just picked off the map because it was closest to me, and I'm going to clear the taxiway here. And as soon as we get past this line, I can declare that I'm clear of the runway. Boom. Alright, clear of runway. Well, folks, so I wanted to thank you all for watching this little quick update video. Like I said, hopefully Eon is going to be history within the next 24, 48 hours. Thank you for sticking around. If you enjoyed this video or if you like this content, feel free to give me a like or subscribe to the channel. I do flight sim, also aeronautical, training and information. I'm in flight school right now, so I like to kind of recap my lessons in Flight Simulator and make videos for folks. And I also do aircraft reviews for the various aircrafts in the flight simulator. So, for example, the F-22 Raptor is one that costs money. You can purchase it in the market, and so I do a little review. They recently updated it, so I think I'm going to do a review now because there were some major problems with the original model, and I wasn't too satisfied with it. Okay, and then we have a vehicle here who doesn't understand the right-of-way. Excuse me. Boy, this is awkward. Right, so you would think fighter jet has right-of-way over vehicle. You would think. Well, let me open my canopy here. I'm going to have some choice words with the driver. Hey, yo, get out my way. I would play a Ludacris song right now, but I would get a copyright strike if I played a particular Ludacris song that comes to mind at this moment. But fine. If he won't move, I'll move. Whatever. So let's hope I don't hit him. We're gonna go hard to the right. All right, cleared it. Okay, so now I'm just gonna go park. And folks, thanks again for watching this video. Like, subscribe, and I hope to see you in the next one. Take care. Gotta park the plane first, you know. Where am I gonna park? Let's park over here. Parking airplanes is not easy, by the way. I think I've said that in the previous video. Alright, folks, thanks.